Hello, everyone. Welcome to Court with Krissy. If you're a suspect in a homicide investigation and you turn yourself in for questioning, I suggest that you always take a lawyer with you. Definitely don't pop a Percocet or ecstasy pill prior, and maybe watch a few episodes of Killer Confessions first. I hope you like it. Court with Krissy is now in session.
All right. State your name, please.
Maurice Smith.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. All right, People versus Maurice Smith, counsel.
Deliberating on behalf of Mr. Maurice Smith, Your Honor, would waive the formal reading stand mute. He has been advised of his rights.
Thank you, counsel. The court notes formal reading has been waived, enters a not guilty plea on your client's behalf, and I'll hear your argument as to bond.
Judge, so I don't want to be long-winded about this. It's a lot to this, Judge, and it's going to be a lot that comes out. This case allegedly happened back in December. It wasn't signed until, yesterday or today, actually. My client turned himself in to Westland, Judge. He was I'm gonna be forthright with the court. He was high off of ecstasy and Percocets when he turned himself into Westland. They came and got him. They talked to him. He doesn't probably remember anything that he said to Wayne police. And I want you to think about this too, Judge. It's 6-7 months later than when this allegedly happened. I don't know what kind of investigation happened. I don't know, why it took so long. I don't know if they're counting just on this confession. I'm sure they have other things, Judge, that they think they may have in terms of motive, because, there's some other things that are going on too in terms of relationships, who knows who, what happened previously. It's a lot to it, Judge. Obviously, I don't want to remand. I'm looking for some type of monetary bond. I do know it's serious. He's 18 years of age, lives with his parents, Judge, has 4 younger brothers, 16, 14, 12, and 6. I mean, it's just it's all sad, Judge. It's all sad. My client says he doesn't own a gun, Judge, but obviously 6 months later, this didn't happen. And then he was arrested. The 3 people saying light-skinned guy. It's a lot, Judge, that I know that I can't talk about now. It's going to come out later. I think it's going to maybe help his case. I don't know, Judge, but right now we're just at bond. We're just at the early part. It's difficult because he works at Ford Rouge Performance. He drives vehicles he transports fleet vehicles, puts miles on. He has a good job. He just, it's the pill thing, Judge. I'm just gonna call it what it is. I think it's that made him, I think, with this Westland stuff, Judge. And like I said, I don't know about this confession. I don't know about any of that stuff. I don't know how long, if that's gonna even stick. But it's tragic, Judge. The whole thing is tragic. But I'm asking for some type of monetary bond with, obviously, you may say house arrest, but and some type of GPS tether. So he's 18, Judge, and that's one reason why I'm asking for it, because he's got a long road ahead of him. This case is not going away. He's gonna have to deal with it. And I just asked that he maybe be on house arrest with some type of monetary bond while he deals with it.
Madam Clerk, as to the Out County, the reason I handed the Wayne file back is because it seemed like the investigator's report was incomplete. And that I don't have the full report. Yes.
Whose name is it?
Maurice Smith. Thank you. Stand by, please. So this is interesting. Contact with listed witness. I'll just call them listed witness number 1. Says he did not see another vehicle or a suspect. Contact with listed witness while referred to as witness number 2. Unable to see a vehicle or a suspect. Contact with listed witness number 3. Says he observed a gray vehicle drive past. Okay, so that's just in the very first part of the portion of the investigator's report that I didn't have in my hands before. It doesn't say a gray Jeep, it says a gray vehicle.
My client says
The
he has
only
a
person to
vehicle.
say, well, I'm just telling you,
Yeah.
it doesn't even say that he saw, I'm just trying to work my way through the investigator's report right now. Because I have 3 listed witnesses, none of them identifying a suspect or seeing a suspect. 2 of them not seeing any vehicle at all, one describing what they is just a gray vehicle. On December 11th, 2023, detectives received a call from a female who stated she got a random Facebook message from a subject named Randall, who said that he killed the decedent. That person was discovered to have been on a GPS tether through the Wayne County Jail. They conducted a geofence of that area with negative results. They talked with decedent's mother, who stated that she had heard that witness number 1 had more to do with being the shooting than just a passenger, but could not elaborate. But that her daughter had received Instagram video footage that people are claiming they are responsible. Then I have something that says on December 10th of 23 at 2:45 p.m., Lieutenant Springer, Sergeant Perez, and Officer Grimbowski are dispatched to the area of John and Woodward on the report of a subject shot in the head. While en route, they advised suspect vehicle described as a blue Jeep Liberty. Then we have a homeowner witness in the area who says that he checked his video after hearing gunshots, and the video showed a silver or gray Jeep drive up and stop next to the victim's vehicle. There's an interview with another witness, looks like in the neighborhood, looked out his window. He describes the vehicle as a light blue Jeep Liberty. His description is light-skinned black male, 20s, with hair on his head, but not bald or long in length. Driver was the sole occupant in the vehicle. That witness called 911 and then observed a white Dodge Charger driving past his residence that appeared suspicious because he had never seen it before prior to this incident in the neighborhood. That driver of that Charger drove down the street, then came back and asked what happened. I'm sorry, there are no other witnesses with Ring doorbell. Just a moment, please. Another witness describing looking at her Ring doorbell and seeing all of the 1, 2, 3 witnesses that were originally mentioned running from the car, jumping over fences, etc. April 12th, they find the suspect vehicle behind the motel, abandoned, as was testified. But I don't really know what makes it the suspect vehicle, since we've had a gray vehicle, a blue vehicle, and a white vehicle. Cell phones were searched, no communications identified between these parties. Interesting that the anonymous tip that was previously referenced also states, person says they have information and that the caller stated he was told that Maurice Smith and another miscellaneous person with a different name, another name, had shot the decedent. When he was asked who told him that, he said, witness number one, who mom of decedent said she thought had more to do with this. So now our anonymous tip is actually originating from a person who mom said she believed had more to do with this. Now I'm into the purported confession. Detective Williams then clarified with the suspect that initially the drama between him and Jackson had started over a girl, but over time it became personal. The suspect, that would be Mr. Smith, said they just would not let it go and they are wannabes. Detective Williams then asked the suspect if something were to occur, he would be a victim because of the way Jackson and his group were treating him. Suspect agreed and said yes. Detective Williams asked the suspect if the reason he shot at the victim's vehicle at the park was because all the aforementioned incidents that were occurring. The suspect then asked the detective to repeat his question, and he did. The suspect then said, "They think I did it." Detective Williams then told the suspect that he knew what happened at the park. The suspect then denied the incident again. Detective Williams advised the suspect of some of the evidence that the detective had. Suspect continued to deny being the shooter.
Your Honor, may I speak?
Well, in a minute.
No.
Sorry.
The suspect then went on to say he did not know what happened to Dude. Detective Williams asked the suspect if the victim was following him the day the victim got shot. The suspect said he did not know. The suspect would eventually go on to admit that the aforementioned escalating drama is what led up to the shooting. I don't know when that occurred. Maybe I'm going to be told. Detective Williams asked the suspect, did he use his mother's Glock? And the suspect said no. When asked, suspect shook his head yes when the detective asked if he got rid of the gun used. When asked, the suspect said no one else was involved in the shooting. They were following him all day. Suspect said that Willie and Jackson pulled alongside of him at a convenience store and pointed a gun at him. He did not see who pointed the gun at him. He asked the suspect how he felt before the shooting. He said he was trying to stop all the drama. He did not try to kill anyone. He wanted to scare them. Detective Springer asked the suspect again, was there anyone in the car with him? Suspect said he was very sure and it was literally just him in the car. Suspect said that he saw a picture that appeared to be another person in the Jeep with him, but it was only him. All right. And then we have him going to Westland and apparently making some confession to this in Westland as well. So I don't know. I don't know what condition, given what's described as some drug use, etc. I don't know what his condition was at the time of this alleged confession. But it is there. And it's there more than once. And it's there in some level of detail. But these are how confessions go. You're asked repeatedly, you deny, you deny, you deny, and suddenly there is a purported confession. And someone will, defense counsel will be examining that and looking at video, et cetera, I'm sure.
Oh, yes. And Judge,
At this time, bond is set at $500,000 cash. If he's able to make the bond GPS tether with full home confinement.
Judge, and honestly, Your Honor, I thank the court, Judge. I know that $500,000 cash is it's like a remand to him. I understand, but I thank the court for that, Judge. After the confession gets thrown out, there's probably no other evidence, Judge, after that. And I'm pretty confident from what I've read or heard that this is not, it's not a lot to it. But I don't know, Judge. Obviously, it's early. Obviously, it's early, but we'll have to see. But thank you very much, Your Honor.
Thank you. No contact with, well, we've got a decedent. I was going to do a no contact with these witnesses, but I don't know that I can control that at this time. So GPS tether with full home confinement if he's able to make the $500,000 cash bond. I very much hope that justice prevails in this case and that the truth is figured out, because quite frankly, probable cause is a very low standard. I do find probable cause to support the charges, but I would have some real concerns. All right.
Smith, I think wanted to say something. Mr. Smith, did you want to say something?
Yes.
So what I would say to you is that the only person I would talk to is my lawyer. I wouldn't talk to anyone else.
Okay.
Lawyer. That's what I'm going to say. So think about that. Don't say anything. My parents, obviously, I wouldn't talk over phones. I wouldn't talk to anybody but my lawyer. That's it. Okay. That would be my advice to you. Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Thank you. Next court dates, I'm sorry, July 3rd, 1:30 p.m. Oh, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. Sorry. Ours are different. July 1st at 9 a.m. and July 8th at 9 a.m. July 1st for probable cause conference, July 8th for preliminary examination. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor, very much.